In one of the most unexpected and speculative ideas to emerge in recent NFL discussions, the Cincinnati Bengals and Chicago Bears have been linked to a potential joint stadium venture in the city of Chicago. While this proposal may sound like something out of a football fan's wildest imagination, it's gaining attention because it offers a bold solution to each team's pressing stadium dilemmas. Could two proud franchises from different markets really come together under one roof? Let's dive deep into the theory, the realities behind it, and whether this could ever truly happen. Welcome to Outbest Sports, your trusted source for in-depth NFL stories, rumors, and game-changing developments from around the league. Both the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals find themselves in challenging stadium situations heading into the mid-2020s. For the Bears, the issue revolves around uncertainty surrounding their long-term home in Chicago. Despite grand plans to construct a $3.2 billion enclosed stadium on the lakefront, progress has stalled. The project has faced pushback from key Illinois state politicians who are hesitant to approve the public funding necessary for such a massive undertaking. Although Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is vocally supportive of keeping the Bears downtown, the lack of financial backing from the state has left the franchise at a crossroads. They had initially considered moving to Arlington Heights, a Chicago suburb, after purchasing property there, but have since recentered their attention on staying in the city proper. Still, without a breakthrough in the funding negotiations, their plans remain in limbo. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals are also facing a looming issue. Their current lease at Paycor Stadium is set to expire after the 2025 NFL season. That means the team will be contractually free to explore relocation options unless a new agreement is reached or a new stadium plan is developed. The Bengals, a small market team that has historically had financial constraints, face significant challenges if they intend to remain competitive both on and off the field. While the city of Cincinnati has expressed interest in retaining the team, the funding and infrastructure upgrades required for a new or renovated stadium could be difficult to secure, especially in a market that has had mixed results with large-scale public-private partnerships in sports. This is where the unusual but intriguing proposal comes in, the possibility of the Bears and Bengals partnering to build and share a brand-new stadium in Chicago. The idea is inspired by successful models seen in cities like New York and Los Angeles, where two NFL franchises coexist and split home games in the same venue. MetLife Stadium houses the Giants and Jets, while SoFi Stadium is shared by the Rams and Chargers. Proponents of this theory argue that a shared stadium in Chicago could generate massive revenue, up to 20 NFL games a year, creating a steady flow of economic activity through tickets, concessions, and other game day revenue streams. Moreover, such a model would allow both franchises to split the cost of construction, potentially reducing the need for heavy public subsidies. However, as interesting as this scenario might be on paper, its feasibility in reality is questionable at best. Political and financial challenges loom large. Chicago and the state of Illinois have made it abundantly clear that they are not eager to spend taxpayer dollars to subsidize stadiums for billionaire-owned NFL teams. This kind of joint venture would still likely require at least some public investment, whether in the form of infrastructure improvements, tax incentives, or direct funding, and with opposition already strong for just one team. Adding another into the mix would complicate things even further. In fact, it's this very reason that the Bears' standalone stadium proposal has yet to get off the ground. From a business and market perspective, the Bears might also be hesitant to share their city and fan base with another NFL team. The Chicago market is one of the largest and most loyal in the NFL, and the Bears have a storied history and cultural significance that would make them reluctant to allow another franchise to stake a claim in their territory. Unlike Los Angeles or New York, where there's more than enough fan support and corporate interest to sustain two franchises, Chicago has always been a one-team town when it comes to the NFL. A shared stadium could risk alienating portions of the Bears' fan base or dilute their brand identity. And then there's the Bengals side of things. Relocation is a massive undertaking, not only logistically, but also emotionally and culturally. The Bengals are deeply rooted in Cincinnati, and while their stadium deal may be expiring soon, there's no strong indication from ownership that a move to another city, let alone to a long-time NFC rival city, is even being considered. Analysts like Mike Florio and others have noted that while the idea is theoretically possible, there's little to suggest that the Bengals are seriously entertaining a move to Chicago. It would be a shocking development not just for the NFL, but for two fan bases who have decades of history and loyalty tied to their home cities. Even beyond politics and finances, the logistics of designing and operating a shared stadium between two teams from different conferences, different states, and different fan cultures would be an immense challenge. From scheduling conflicts to stadium branding, and even broadcasting rights, everything would need to be carefully negotiated and streamlined, something that took years to iron out in Los Angeles and New York, even with strong league backing. Yet, despite all of these roadblocks, the discussion itself has value. It highlights the growing tension between NFL franchises and local governments when it comes to stadium development. Teams want modern, state-of-the-art facilities that can host major events like the Super Bowl, while many cities and states are becoming increasingly unwilling to foot the bill. The shared stadium theory, however improbable, sheds light on the lengths franchises might go to in the coming years to secure a competitive edge, financially and operationally. For the Bears, the priority remains clear: secure a long-term stadium plan that keeps them in Chicago without alienating fans or exhausting public goodwill. For the Bengals, time is running out to decide their future beyond 2025. The outcome for both teams will shape not only their individual identities but also the broader conversation about how NFL stadiums are financed and built in the modern era. If nothing else, this theoretical collaboration forces the league, local governments, and fans to consider new solutions to old problems. That wraps up our deep dive into one of the most surprising NFL theories making the rounds in 2025. Could the Bears and Bengals actually become stadium roommates in the Windy City? It's highly unlikely, but in the ever-evolving world of the NFL, even the wildest ideas can spark meaningful conversations. Thanks for tuning into Outbest Sports. If you found this topic interesting or have thoughts on whether this idea could ever come true, drop a comment below. Like the video to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe to Outbest Sports for more thought-provoking NFL coverage, team rumors, stadium updates, and everything in between.